And that while we are, in your opinion, we are not contributing in just kind of mess up in our family, because why you keep somebody is able to work? Let him go and rent a house. Why?
That's it.
Yes, I want you to just add in 1 minute.
Okay, yes, it's very important, because when we see the Western cultures, when a child is actually from 13 of age to 14 of age, they start involving them in other activities, how to earn money. And then they go out, they start doing other things like cleaning, distributing out newspapers, so that they earn, you expose them to start becoming active, how to earn money. And then during their holiday time, you keep them active. You don't keep them redundant in the house watching TV the whole day, doing nothing, sitting under the mango trees, entertaining themselves, chatting with girls and so on. No, in the Western culture, they start, teaching them from a very young age how to earn. The moment they are 18 years, you open the door, you tell them, now you are mature, you can go outside. Why? Because now they are ready for the world. They are full of energy. They are useful at this age.
Exactly.
So you keeping them inside, you are keeping a potential of somebody who is supposed to be a great leader. And you are actually abusing that person by keeping the person inside and making the person sit redundant and not even use the energy that he or she has at that time. So for this reason, I will encourage, once your child becomes 18, allow them to go outside and let them become mature. Build them, or maybe rent them a house nearby, and then pay at least the rent for 3 months, and then let them be the one to sustain it. You come in and put the extra input that they are not able to cover. In that way there, you are helping yourself and you are protecting actually the young ones who are in the house.
Yeah,
because you keep them in the house, they become useless. They go for drugs, they become alcoholic, they end up doing things that are not good. They watch pornography. At the end of the day, they are looking for anybody whom they can release their energy to. And those are the kids that are vulnerable, that you are allowing them to be together with these teenage who are already 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So avoid that. We have encouraged that a lot. That's why today, some of us, we have come to America, we have come to Canada, we have come to the diaspora, to the Western countries, but we have failed, even failing our own families, because we have not been brought up in such a way that we have to learn how to take responsibility from young age.
Exactly.
So this is something that is serious. We have to talk about it.
Exactly.
It sounds very, very bad, but this is the reality of life.
Actually, I do agree with you, and we are going to continue next week on that point. Let me give you 1 minute more. I want you to make a comment before I give actually 4 minutes to Dual also, or 5 minutes. I want you to commit to give a comment on the statement, this comment by Atong Akon. She's saying, if you mention sex education to our community, they think you are a prostitute. What are you saying about that? Because okay, this is the kind of behavior mentality or the mindset we need to change them in our community.
Exactly.
So I want you to make a comment on that before I give Dual Young. Yeah.
So actually the problem here is because we have fed our own minds and we have put everything under taboo. Anything that concerns sex or concerns sex education, we relate it to prostitution. And that is one thing that has affected our community, our cultures, our country, our continent at large. Because of that thing, you have to have respect for one another. A woman is not only a prostitute. Not all women are prostitutes. Not all girls are prostitutes. We even have an issue with some men who have girls in their own family, and they have produced girls, or maybe the wife have produced only girls. And you find men looking at these girls, his own siblings, his own children, because there is no male there. She calls them like you are all prostitutes. So this is one thing that you are destroying actually a young star who is supposed to be useful in the society. But you as a father, you as a mother, you are talking negative things and implementing this negativity into the mind of these youngsters, what are you doing? You are actually breaking them instead of building them up. So we need to break this. Let us talk about these things. We have seen the Western countries, all of them, they talk about it. It has become like a daily talk. Even they don't even talk about it because now it has become part of life, part of living. You understand? You do it, you go in, you are punished for it. Other states, when you go, like you rape a young child, a minor, from the age of 0 to the age of 15, you will be assassinated. You will be killed. Because you have destroyed already a whole human being. So let us talk about it. It is not only about that. Let us break this nonsense that, you know, when you talk about assault, or when you talk about abuse, when you talk about rape, that means that you are encouraging prostitution, or you are enforcing, you know, prostitution, or maybe you are a prostitute. It is not about prostitutes. That is the mentality of we abusing women, and we take that because we have paid a price for the bride price you paid. It is not for the family did not want to get rid of that girl, but the bride price is like something that you honor this family. It's a relationship between the family of the girl and the family of the boy. That is why you are paying that bride price. Exactly. And let us understand that bride price is not because they have a prostitute in the house and they want to sell the prostitute out to you. And now you take that girl and then you start treating that woman or that girl who is supposed to be a wife to you as a prostitute. And whenever she starts talking about it, then you start like, you know, you are a prostitute. Let us break that boundary. We are all created. I will take you back to the book of Genesis chapter 1 from verse 26 to verse 28. It says, both men and female, God created us to his own likeness. He did not say that that woman is a prostitute. He did not say that that woman is a slave. We are all created in God's image. And when you go to chapter 2 of Genesis, it says that she is a helper to the man. So she is not a prostitute.
Exactly. Let me stop you here. So
let us understand this.
Phony, I don't want you to go. Let me stop you here, and let me give 5 minutes to Dual, because I know so far Dual is actually always opposition. He is opposite to what the people are saying, and I know he will be opposite to what you just have been said. So I don't want you to let you go. I want you to listen to him. So then, when you finish, I can give you some minute to make a comment on what he said. Then we can go together. Dual.
Well, say hello to you, Edward, and to say thank you. I want to say to greet our people who are listening online, and my sister here, Pony. You know, my name is Dolarjin. Many of you know, the leader of the UPS, and I wanted to wish you a very great Independent Day today for South Sudan and for the United States. So, you know, this topic, it has been discussed almost now for 1 month. But
because there's something happening in our communities.
Exactly.
We need to be corrected, yes. Yes,
there is one thing that I have seen most of you are missing, but it's okay. You know, we are getting there.
Okay? I know always you are negative. Continue.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not about negative. You know, it's about my view. So the way you view the world is different from her and from myself.
That is very correct.
So this is why we have a different view.
Let us know the point we are missing. The point we are missing.
What we are missing is this. You know, this first of all, there are two things. This sexual abuse, okay, is actually, you look at, you know, the way I differ from people. I look at the root cause of things, and people just take the symptom. That is why I'm different. So,
but actually, you come late. I asked a question about the root causes. We discussed like 1 hour or 40 minutes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Now, what I believe that caused all this sexual abuse in our community is because people like values. There are some values, especially traditional values, that we are lacking. And because of this, so there is a high rate of this sexual abuse. That is one. Secondly, there is a change. There is a shift, a change that our traditional is changing. So, for example, the way of marriage has changed. So people now, most of the women, they don't marry for what we call to have children. That is not the way people usually in our traditional, women married to have children and to form a family.
So they married for what they knew, the way actually it changed or shifted to what we side.
Yeah, it's now shifting to actually now they don't marry for having kids. They only married for economical benefit. And this is what you guys you are missing here. Well, is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me anyway, and she don't have to agree with me. We can debate it and have So this is one of the things. The other thing is that the other shift is that now our traditional women used to marry to form a family. This is not the case right now. Okay, now people they think, most of the women, like Phony will agree with me, most of the women think that you can form a family even by making a roommate. It's still a family. You can call it. You go to college, women can group together or men can group together, and they're no longer those who married because they want family. They are no longer. They don't need family now. So you see, and they can go and have sex hourly, and that will be considered rape. So this is a typical root cause, because we are changing from a kind of traditional to a new generation way of life. That is what we are. And the other thing is that we are losing our values. Okay, I'm glad some of you have mentioned some of the things that we are losing. There are some values, especially the young kid. She was talking about kid. Okay, and you know, with kid when they are young and you don't teach them values, definitely they will grow up. They lost that value and they cannot catch up. So there are some value, very important value in our culture, like respect. Respect is one of the very good value to teach kids when they are young. But now, you know, for our traditional, they teach them that you only respect a older person. This is wrong, okay? Because respect, you should not teach kids to respect somebody because he is big. Kids, they should be taught respect somebody because they treat you the way you treat them, the way you like to be treated. You Edward, is the same way. That is the respect. Is the same way I treat you. You should teach your kid like that when they are young.
But actually, because I don't want you to waste your minutes, I want you to make a comment on the sexual assault in our community, and rape. This was the main topic of discussion today. So just in 2 minutes, you make a comment on that, because it looked like you went so far. So.
Yeah. You know. Basically, what my argument is that
most of this, talk about that.
Yeah, most of the sexual assault and rape in our community, especially in the Western world right now, is because most of them they kind of like age, what we call age set. So you find somebody is hanging out with someone is not their age, and that automatically, you know, even if it is not a sexual, really a forced sex, it become rape, because the person you are hanging out in our traditional girl, if they are 15, 14, 16, you call them girl. In the Western world, those ones, they are kids. So these are the things that we look at. Okay, so they should be hanging out with their own age. So whether they touch their hair or they touch their body is at their age. They are 15. A boy is 15. A girl is 15. That one cannot be considered rape. But you now, you go and touch a hair of a 16 years old. This is rape here in the West. So that is why, you know, we don't.
What do you mean? I want you to make more clarification.
what makes you to go and touch the hair of that person?
And that is considered
when you have nothing intention negative. Why you go and touch the hair of somebody?
Yeah, that is what we are talking now. We are saying, you know, if those young girls don't have values, so they will end up hanging out with older people. And if older people here, Sudanese older people, they are taught in their cultural background, it is okay for somebody who is a 15-year-old, long as they have whatever we call a monthly period. They call them, they are ready to be a woman. That is the culture, and that's why even right now they married a young girl. You see, so that's the culture. We have to talk about
is it accepted, dual?
Oh, okay. Let me just involve. Allow me to just say something about the point you just mentioned.
Yes.
I love that, and I really love that you mentioned that. Okay, when we look, because you know there is one part that has affected our culture is lack of education. Illiteracy is number one problem that has destroyed our culture, has destroyed us as humans. Okay? Education. When you come and look scientifically at a girl, the girl, her body start changing, hormones start changing. That is when we call that child, like, you know, in the age of adolescence. Adolescence is not meaning that maturity. Okay, this is a window period between somebody coming from a baby, from a child, to becoming somebody who is moving towards getting mature. When a girl starts getting her menstruation or her menstrual cycle at an age of 12 or 13, that does not mean that she's ready for marriage. That is one thing that we need to understand. I am a nurse by qualification, okay? And I will tell you about the consequences of this. That is why in South Sudan, we are having problems of these young girls giving birth at a very early age, and then their system is being destroyed, and they have problem with controlling even their feces, their tools. You will find somebody at a very young age, that girl is not yet ready for marriage. She is not yet ready for her, you know, her womb, her hips is still just developing. For the hips of this girl to carry a baby, it has to be ready at the age of 20. That is when she is actually ready.
Hold on.
I'm telling you scientifically. I know we are having problems, my brother. I disagree with you when you tell me that a girl from the time of her having her menstrual cycle, she is ready for marriage, and she should be considered as already someone who is matured. I disagree with you.
Yeah,
and I will volunteer my time to educate my people about this, because that girl is still young.
In addition to that,
hold on, Edward. You know that is a point here. This girl, I think, either she's maybe born in Western culture,
I am born in Juba, right in Juba.
Yeah. One thing that you don't know here is that even women themselves, if a girl in maybe in part of Western Bargazal or Upper Nile region, or even in Equatoria, if a girl is a 15-year-old or a 16, and is a kind of is not getting married in some culture, they will question like there is something wrong about the parent.
No, that is not true.
Hold on.
No. Let us. No. You have to mention that. We will try.
Are you a Dinka or a Nuer by tribe?
Hold on. You know. No.
Yeah,
even currently, there are people who are from Dinka, from Nuer, who have come to understand that part, that actually a girl who is around that age, she is not ready. Her body is still going through development.
Exactly.
You know, this
she is not ready. But because of lack of education, our primitive way of thinking, we think that girl, the moment she develops,
No, young. This is a problem.
And that's what we have to, you know, that's why I'm saying there is a shift of cultural change. So you accept
not in Upper Nile.
Wrong traditions.
We have
wrong traditions, my brother.
Dual, you have to, excuse me, you have to mention which tribe in Upper Nile. Because in Upper Nile, we are tribes. We have 7 tribes. In Baragazal, you have to mention which tribe. In Equatoria, you have to mention, because this is kind of the behaviors or kind of the culture we are fighting against it. Because that is not right. And that's why actually,
look here.
I was talking about the age of sexual consent. In Canada is 14. In United States, I think is 15 or 16. So where here you have to mention which tribe in South Sudan. Continue.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the tribe, because most of the region I'm saying about the
that is not true.
Even most of the Shulu girls, they don't get married when they are 20. They get married at the age of 16, 17.
That is not true.
And here in the West, look, in the West, even your tribe, your own tribe, Edward, your own tribe. If we go now, we go to your own tribe in Pachoda right now.
No, it's not my own tribe.
It will be very hard to get a woman at the 20 years old.
Listen.
Very hard. So what we are talking here.
Listen, I will let you talk.
Okay,
let in the show, and people are watching, and we need to give a correct information, please.
Right.
Please.
Good.
Please, we don't want to give wrong information. When I make this show, I have to go and make research. Before you come here, when I did the introduction, I have to bring a correct information. So when you come to the show, don't just bring anything like you have in your mindset. We don't have that. I'm telling you, I did not witness that in Shulu culture. So you have to come with the correct information. Which tribe they do it, and bring the example. So because those are watching, listen.
Yeah, they should look in Western Upper Nile. They do it. The Nuer they do it. The Denka they do it.
Okay, my brother. Let me tell you, my brother. You are right, because let me just tell you. Let me say this. You are right. These are things that has been happening in our cultures. But
why are you denying it? Why you guys are denying them?
Wait. I'm not denying it. I'm saying it's completely
not there in South
wrong
Sudan
to marry somebody, a girl who is
not there in South Sudan. Nobody said that.
Listen to me. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
We are here trying to educate a nation. We are trying to educate ourselves.
Exactly.
Let me tell you this. That's why I said that we have to change. If you remember how I started this, I said our African cultures, our tradition, and breaking it down to a continent and to breaking it down to South Sudan. Our cultures have practiced things that have destroyed us and have actually made us to suffer in the system. Okay? That is why I'm saying that we have to educate our people. And I also mentioned, I said lack of education is one of our problems, major problems, that has caused a lot of problems. Because when you get a child who is just 12 or 13 of age, and you marry that girl to somebody who is 50, 60, you have destroyed that girl. The moment that girl is growing, she will give birth. Of course, her body is still going through so many hormonal changes. Her body is not yet ready to conceive, to carry a baby. She's still a child. When we look at it scientifically, when we look at it, even me, myself, I will not allow my child, even at the age of 13, 14, to be married out to somebody. I will tell you, I will say with all respect, I respect you, but you wait until she passes at least 20, 22, 23, 24. Then I will say that, come and get my daughter. With all respect, okay? Let us try to educate ourselves.
In addition to that,
those things has happened in the past because our people did not have the knowledge of it. And many have lost. I went to South Sudan. Let me tell you one thing. I went to South Sudan. I did voluntary work. I went to Rumbek. I went to other places. I went to the remote places. I was educating people together with some group of people from even the office of the First Lady. I volunteered myself. I went to South Sudan from the Netherlands. I went and I was teaching together with some Ugandan people, our people down there. And I came to discover that actually they were telling me that some of these girls, even in the village there, you get them, they give birth, then they cannot control even their poo-poo. Let me talk it like this. because when she's pushing the baby, she doesn't have the strength to push the baby. So with all this poor primitive way of lack of proper nursing or midwives, the elderly women, they do that. And then when a girl like this goes through labor, she doesn't have the ability to push the baby out. And then what happens here, the baby is pushed out, and then some of the organs are destroyed. And then part of this organ is the one that controls actually the system of urine and the poop. And then of that case, she cannot control it. And in some places, they told me, I went to those remote places. They tell me that they will take this girl and put her to the mountain because they will look at her like she's a curse. And her baby will be taken care of by other people. And when food is going to be brought to her, the food has to be brought to her like she's an outcast. These are things that has happened in other cultures. Me, I come from a Bari. I have not seen that. Even the Bari people, if you want to marry their daughters, they will tell you that you have to wait until this girl passes 20. And I am here to educate us because I don't want to see your child, your own daughter, going through this and she cannot be able to control her urine anymore.
Yeah. Let me add to what actually what just being said by our sister Deborah. And this kind of discussion we are going to continue next week. Agwat is here and John Garang. To be honest with you guys, I'm working tomorrow morning. I have to wake up at 5. And I will not tolerate about this. This is my health. Let us be honest. So
yes,
I'm going
just
to
allow me. I will just
each of them 2 minutes so they can contribute, and we are going to continue next week. But another rule, I need to add something. In our countries, like there is early pregnancy in Jube, Sudan, and this has happened in all the tribe in South Sudan. In Shuluk, we don't call it marriage. If in Nuer you call it marriage, tell the South Sudanese you call it marriage. In Denka, what you call it marriage, tell the people you call it marriage. And the rest tribe in South Sudan. With Nina Magan Samu de Iris. A bit, yes. According to her hormone system, ممكن هي تحمل في 15 في 16 في 17 18 لكن هنا في القبائل بتاع الجنوب what I know so far in Upper Nile actually I will not talk about any part of the region because I'm not familiar with the cultures. But the 7th tribe in Upper Nile, what I know so far, when she gets pregnant in early years, like in 15 or 16 or 17, we don't call it that one is a marriage. Fishuluk magari samu marriage. Debe samu himil. Pregnancy.
An era.
Era. But in the Fishuluk, according to our kingdom rules, they're into al khasara bitaw fi baraw. Samu bidda khalas al bid bimshi yarja betum to continue her school, and later on they will come and do the process. So
even that's
why what I was telling you, when you come to live video and you talk here, give the correct information to the people, because you don't send wrong signal to the people of South Sudan, and even don't talk about the other tribe if you don't know their information. Nuer, I cannot confirm Nuer what they do. But I never see in my life.
Look.
Listen, please.
Just 1 second.
No, listen, I correct you because you have said something which is not true. I'm correcting you. When you talk, just come with the correct information. Don't say like all the tribe of Upper Nile, they do it. You're giving wrong signal to people. This is what I was just
we get our quick 2 minutes so we can so you can conclude it, Mr.
Agwat the giga.
Yes.
John, wait. Agwat, let me give you 2 minutes, brother, because actually we have to close the show. Yeah, just I have to give you 2 minutes. We'll continue next week.
Yeah, thank you, Ustaz Edward Al-Mashahidin and also the audience. The topic is good, Ustaz Edward. The problem, Kalati, this topic is only 40 years away from South Sudan. Why I said this, Lana, for you to teach sexual education in school, you need to introduce kalam the condom. And that's when Al-Istimita Atong came in. Lana Balik Bilbanat Bulush Ramit. which actually is not true. Why I said this also, I was in South
No,
Sudan.
that is true. That is true in our culture today. If the woman, she start talking, educating, talking about the sexual and about the sex, and the prevention, people will tell her that that lady, she is a prostitute. Don't deny it. It's happened. No. Even let me add to this. Even you and your wife, if you start doing sex with your wife and she telling you do this and do this, you will start asking her, where did you know this? You start questioning her. Let us be honest. Let us talk frankly.
No,
and that's why we have a lot of problems in our family.
No. Listen.
Please, I mean to please.
I didn't deny it. I didn't deny it. What I said is that it is only 40 years away from South Sudan society. This topic is very early. Sudan في مكاتب الحكومة انت قاعد في جنوب السودان, and actually I was very angry and I said to you last time, I hired a doctor to go and get me some papers بتاع الشغل. بعض من الناس شغالين في الوزارة قال they want to get down with her, before they get the papers, and that's why I was very angry, and I bite my tongue, because I want those people to be prosecuted, because you cannot masa يعني إذا بيت جنوبية as شغل لازم تنوما شغل بتعمله ده شغل بتاعنا.
And this is why we'll be here. This is rape, because it's happening without her consent. She's not
rape. It's called sexual deviance. My rape is called sexual deviance. It is actually, you can get fired from the job because it is not.
No, it's rape.
Rape. It's too early to be rape.
No, it's not too early. What is the definition of rape?
Well, it's called sexual deviance. Rape, unless it's
what is the definition? Anna Gibel, I brought a definition. You are in the United States of what? It's a guy from the United States, and there is a definition brought out by the CDC. When you talk, you have to talk about what.
Is it good and then no mark? Isn't it rape?
Yes. No. This is
asking questions.
That is an assault.
This is an assault.
That is a sexual assault.
Yeah, this is a sexual assault. If you don't know that,
it's called sexual deviance.
It's sexual assault. Right now you are in United States. You go to a white woman and just look at this white woman on the street and tell this woman, say that, hey, I want to have sex with you. I want to, I just feel like having sex right now with you. What will that woman do? You will not dare to tell a white woman like this, even if you know her, that she's familiar to you. You cannot do that.
Well, okay. Let me finish my 2 minutes. Let me finish my 2 minutes.
1 minute. Actually, there's a definition here.
Let me finish 1 minute.
Before you continue.
But we can do that to our African ladies.
Yeah, before you continue. Is actually a definition here in the United States. That's why I brought it, because I know some of you guys, we brought it here to America here. And that's why we have a lot of problems in our families. What are you doing in South Sudan? You need to come with that mentality to US and do it here. And that is not right. Let read this one again to those who are watching and Agwad, so we can continue. They're saying here, the question they have got is, what is sexual assault? They are saying sexual assault is any type of sexual activity or contact, including rape. Listen, this is a CDC American definition. It's not South Sudan, because we don't have a law already defined this. That happened without your consent. Without your consent. Listen, let us continue. America, and they will deport you to South Sudan. Do it tomorrow to a white woman, so they can teach you how to behave. Let continue. That happened without your consent. Sexual assault can include non-contact activity, okay, such as someone flashing at you, just a low circuit kid. Flash at you, exposing themselves to you, or forcing you to look at sexual image. This is definition here. Girl
included. Girl included.
Girl included. So just sit like this, stand like this, and just do like this to a girl. Look, just be like this and do like this. You will be taken relief for that, it will be like a sexual assault. Because you are looking at her and look at her from down to up.
Make your point.
Without you mentioning a word, she can open a case against you, and she will win in this Western culture.
Yes, it is good to educate أطفال في المدارس هنا في الوزن في الغرب، لكن ما في جنوب السودان. جنوب السودان دايرين ناكل. We want to eat. There is education. Then when we educate our people, when we reduce the culture of violence in Jube Sudan, that's when we will be able to introduce sexual number 3. Kalamata the Largen was right. في جنوب السودان طبعا البنات بيزوجوا من 16 17 سنة يا جماعة. ده حقيقة أصلا.
The way
a good girl في جنوب السودان
don't generalize it. Don't generalize it. Say في بلد بتاع دينكا في محل كده أنا بنعرف كده ما تقول في جنوب السودان كله.
That's called stereotype. Yeah, it's called stereotype.
I'm going to try to come back, but I'm really, this is not acceptable. Let's give chance to John Karam.
Well, what I want to say
is the government of South Sudan behavior, so we should not tolerate visit here in the forum, because actually we are here for a change, John Karam. This kind of ideas, this is the ideas that are destroying South Sudan. Well,
okay, let me take my 2 minutes wisely. You know, first of all, I want to say
that is not right.
Zolisim Zolde into child molested mind. They are not a benig yal pijunu. Naze na Zolde are not a benig yal. I cannot believe that a person live in Western world like Gold BGP live show video and who feel 200 plus, over 200 plus people, their age of good 15 years old child is acceptable for marriage in South Sudan. That completely lack of wisdom.
God bless you.
So, and we have expert, our sister is expert here, and then a good comes here. A good point and a good perspective, I understand a good is speaking from depending of uncles and nephews who are practicing the same perspective in South Sudan. The general overall look into this is that the lack of men in the house in Juba, the lack of the leadership in Juba is leading into a lot of chaotic situations and environments that are unbelievable in the human struggles. Things that are happening in our country have never happened in any country on earth. I said it to you, but Ajad al-Bamulle one is unbelievable. You know, where on earth can you kill a woman? Ita bishara to Batono tala jena fi Batono. Hajad zede de ma Hajad Ruben Azar forgive people. You know, I was wondering yesterday over the internet there is some news go viral, and I was like, the God of South Sudan is coming out in different ways. You know. Nazal be Bekhelem Zeded Yauna Bade, they will forget and do things on life, you know. So Anad Bugul Zol man, be careful. One of these days you might end up being in a show, in a live show without knowing what is happening to you. But Allah my life that you to be as well. Our children are being raped. It's acceptable, there's no doubt. And the people who are raping our children now, leave alone being the South Sudanese or the SSDP, which is the newly name of the SPLA. Leave alone that. We have also humanitarian workers who are present in our country. We have foreign people who are present in our country. And these people are taking advantage of the lack of law enforcement and the absence of justice in the country. So this is completely something that is visible globally, that the woman rape, the children, the way the people do like marriage, child marriage. Nowadays you see children, the children are giving birth to Chinese children, you know, and Nigerians and Kenyans and Ugandans. And these are kids like age of 13 because they don't have proper way of care, and there is no laws to follow up with the people. So somebody can bribe children and take advantage of the situation. The child might be orphaned and so many other reasons behind it. So post-marriage have so many other reasons, you know. So what I just came to say here is I don't think Dual would win any argument in South Sudanese platform these days, because his first argument, he called it Equatorian last time animals and cowards. And then his second time, I don't know whatever Zual come with. And then another time now we came up with this thing, saying that it is acceptable that 16 years old, 13 years old, even in Dinka where I came from, it is not acceptable that a child is married at age of 16 or 17. If you do it underneath, under the rocks, and you don't do it like something publicly where it is acceptable, you know. So, and if things like that are happening, they need to be condemned and be condemned on the volume, because this Facebook is a global standard. You say something here, you say something that represent you, represent your country, your culture, your people. So you're not going to come here and lie about our cultures and our people. You know, there is no single tribe that accepts that in South Sudan. And this is one lack of the government of South Sudan, because they are not taking advantage of the situation and be able to speak up so that the people of the world can address the situation that are happening to injustice system in the country. So thank you very much, everybody. But it breaks my heart when I see grown-up people come here and talk like that. Would you be able, would have a daughter, would you be able for somebody to fuck your daughter at the age of or age of 17, 15 and 16? Come on, man. Thank you very much. And now you can take me so you can give my chance to other people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John Garang. Thank you so much. Dictora Akwat, welcome to the show. Deborah, I will give you a chance after Dictora. Akwat, welcome. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. And also to our viewers, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to answer. I was not going to come on, but I came on because of the previous speaker. Yes, it was happening in the olden days, where young girls were married off. But nowadays, it's not accepted. Even in Sudan now, there are laws that have been applied. Even though they are not being followed in Sudan, that does not make it right. If a girl is raped, there are two types of rape that the government puts, or laws have been put about it. I am speaking because I consulted my husband, who is a lawyer, about the laws in Sudan. He told me in Sudan, if you get raped before the age of 18, that is underage, which is almost like what is here, the laws are separate. If you are raped or assaulted after the age of 18, the laws are different. Does it make it right to be married at a younger age? No. It was a culture that was practiced in the olden days. It is not right, because I will tell you, when I worked in Khartoum Teaching Hospital, I worked at the fistula unit. That is what my sister Deborah was talking about. Most of the people who were there were young ladies from Western Sudan. And also we had young ladies from South Sudan who were there. Nasur al-Boli is one of the most difficult things to treat.
Yes.
And those ladies, I would say 90% of them were not married anymore. They were all divorced. They were left by their husbands. They would be taken to a mountain to go and stay, because urine is flowing all the time. Feces are flowing all the time. يعني البول ده جاري كل وقت. ما في راجل بقدر يقرب لزول زي ده. عشان كده الناس بقت ضد الزواج المتبكر. كويس؟ فيا أخوي يس كان قاعد تحصل في قبائل بتاعنا بدري، لكن حتى ده الناس بقت قاعد تقول الحاجة ده ما صح. نمرة 2, sexual assault being a silent killer. Today I did a show, and I can tell you, it took me 1 whole month to think about how to come about it, because it's a sensitive issue. First of all, in our culture, we do not talk about sexual issues. But we have our young girls who are being raped at a younger age. When I worked in the hospital in Khartoum, Sahafa Sherik hospital, when I was doing surgery, young girls were brought to the hospital who were raped. Is it happening in the Dinka culture? Yes. Is it happening in the Nuer culture? Yes. In the Bari culture, in all cultures, it's happening.
Yes.
People do not talk about it. Why don't people talk about it? They think, our relatives think, we are protecting the girls. And it's shameful. In our culture, such girls are devalued. And most of the time, they will be married off to older men. They will not be married by young people. That was why in the olden days it was happening. Now, what are the effects in the long term for the people who were raped at a very young age when they were young? If we all keep silent, this will keep on going. This has been happening since the time of my grandmother. It is happening. I have girls. I have 3 girls. My girls asked me last time to say, Mama, please make a video about this. These kids were born in America. During my time, I know I wouldn't have talked about it. But because I want to protect my girls, and I want to teach people to be careful about how to educate our children, how to educate our mothers, how to educate the men who are speaking here, the importance of being vigilant. Don't let your kids go for sleepovers without you telling them not to go out there and not to play with somebody who will say, come, let's play a game, take out your clothes, let me touch you in your private place. So please, this is real. It's going to be difficult to talk about it. It's going to be uncomfortable to talk about it. We have young girls in our community who have committed suicide. Do we know why they committed suicide? We don't know. It could be because of the assault that they have gone through. After the show today, somebody called me and she said, Akwat, there is one word you said. You said nobody will come out to come and say, I have been assaulted, I have been raped. You believed us as people who have been raped. And she said, Akwat, I would not come out to come and tell my story, but I want you to go out there and tell people that this is real. Her marriage did not work out.
Wow.
She has been crying she was raped at the age of 8. She is almost 39 years old, 40 years old today.
Wow.
So you can imagine, after 32 years, she is still crying. I cried with her because it's painful. So please, let us have an open mind. I understand it's a difficult topic. And I will end here, Mr. Edward. I know it's late. We'll let you go to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Akwat. Thank you so much for coming and for clarification. Thank you. I watched the show today, and this is what I was telling people when I start the show. And this show, وكلامك صح. يعني أنا ذاته عشان نعمل الشو ده already it was not easy because أنا كنت قاعد نعين للناس اللي ممكن يجي يتكلموا في topic because it's not أنا ما كنت داير نعمل reaction. زي بتاع الناس دي واحد نجي بس نتكلم وانتهى. That why أنا عملت التوبيك today. وعندي ناس في السودان برضو أخصائيين اجتماعيين هم عندي واحدة كانت شغالة في أبيعي عندها experience برضو. أنا برضو داير نعمل شو بتوقيت بتاع جنوب السودان وبرضو دكتور ميوان يفترض يكون قاعد في بعض الأخصائي بتاع دكتور وبرضو الأخصائي يعني علم النفس. أنا دايرهم لأنه هنا دايرين نعمل education للناس بتاعنا تعليم على اساس الثقافات دي بقى ما شغاله ولازم اننا نتجاوزها عشان اننا نقدر نتواكب. القوانين بتاعتهم ومتيره بتاعت الفيه الثالثه ما قاعد تتواكب مع الثقافات بتاعتنا التقليديه. وقبل ما ديبورا جات سي جوين اس اننا ما تكلمنا عنه قلنا حاجات ده الشو الاسبوع الجاي we are going to continue because اننا دايرين تغيير في المجتمع بتاعنا هنا. سو عشان كده يعني شكرا لك. انا hope also يعني next week you will be part of discussion. لأنه this is a serious issue. وأنا ما جيت اتكلمت إنه ما جبنا ناس عندهم example. I don't want to do it now, but I will do it later on. الناس اللي عندهم example عشان جنوبين already is kind of healing. يعني ده شفاء للناس المربوهم. يعني زي بدل قبل كم يوم عنده 34 سنة. بعد 34 سنة شوف بيخليها تكورك ويمشي يشرب مريسة ويمشي يعمل شيء. تخيل حاجة عملوا له without consent, without willing. حاجه بالرجاله كويس Udal ne ka Junubi lazim yirbu kalam da, because we still until now we are doing it.
Yes.
Junuba Sudan and we are doing it. Even bara hena we are doing it. Yes. So lazim nina naharib المفاهيم ده في مجتمعات بتاعنا نتواكب مع البشرية. So لو ما عندك حاجة عندك إضافة دكتورة أكود لو ما عندك يا فضل.
Right. When in Rome, please do as the Romans do. In America, if you assault a girl who is underage, you will definitely go to jail. And this is going to the previous person. There is a court case that I interpreted. A young Sudanese man had molested a young girl who was 14. In front of the court, he kept on saying, in my country, it is normal. And the judge told him, that is your country. Each country have their own laws. Our laws here do not allow you to touch a girl that is underage because she cannot give you her consent. And as such, he ended up in jail. Please remember, learn the laws. Coming in front of the judge and to be ignorant doesn't leave you to be sentenced as guilty. You have to know what are the laws in each country. And there is something that the young man had mentioned, that these girls are going out, they are keeping company with other people. That's not right. Not all of them are doing that. There are girls who are less than 1 year that I was talking about. That happened in Sudan. Did that young girl go and look for the person? No. There are people who are being molested in their own homes under the roofs of the parents and their relatives or uncles, or even friends who are visiting the house. Did they go out to be molested? No. Let us have an open mind. Let us take what is good in our culture and keep it. Let us remove what is bad. And let us all learn to heal our girls. Let us hear them. Let us not bash them. Let us not jump to why our girls are drinking.
Yes.
Some of them are drinking to numb the pain. الوجع اللي هم فوقه بيحاولوا يمشي يشربوا مريسة. مش رجال قاعدين يشربوا عشان ينسوا الظروف بتاعهم.
Exactly.
البنت ممكن تشرب كمان في دولة زي برا هنا لأنه مريسة موجود. ممكن يشرب عشان ينسى الألم المشت بيه. There are flashbacks that happen. عشان كده يا اخوانا بتأثر مع زول. البرا اللي انا قلت لكم انه ضربت لي، قالت لي يا اخوات انا قاعده اخاف اغسل بيتي واحبش البرايفت بارتس بتاعي. انا بخاف لما ولدي يخش حمام بتاعت الرجال. So the effect is not only now. There are short-term effects, there are long-term effects. فيا اخوانا let us educate ourselves. امشوا كمبيوتر ده فوقه معلومات كتير. جوجل، امشي في يوتيوب اسمع قصص بتاعت ناس اطلعوا. احنا هنا لما نجي نتكلم we are not here to destroy our boys. Even اولادنا they get raped. في السودان في رجال that get raped. Our boys, there are boys that get molested.
Sure.
فيا اخوانا let us all educate ourselves. It is important to know something. Knowledge is power. Thank you very much and God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. Shukran, Doctor. Deborah, let me give you 2 minutes,
Yes.
and Sharif Leila
Yes.
will give you 2 minutes. Yeah, fadal, Deborah.
So actually, I just want to thank the doctor, Dr. Akwat. She said a lot that I would have said that, but she explained that even the fistula effect of the loss of urine and the loss of the stool that young girl who gave birth in a primitive way at that young age, between the tender age of 13 and 17, 18, that is a window period of her body still developing. So if anything happens to her and the baby is removed differently, it can affect her and she can be useless and nobody will want to marry her because she's losing urine, she's losing poo-poo, she's smelling, she's stinking. Even the relative too, they don't want to keep Nobody will want to keep somebody like this losing poo 24 hours without no control. It is a serious effect. And I personally volunteered. I went from here. I stayed in Jube, in South Sudan, for more than 1 year to just go around Wilayat to educate our people with other people. So it's a serious issue. In the past, it has happened because nobody was there to educate them about these things. And people, that's why some people think it's a curse. That bit there become amalology, you know? Curse, bitao. That is why she was married and then that happened. And that's why she's taken out from the society and taken to the mountainside. Because they believe that it's a curse. They don't know the scientific effect of it. But now we know. That's why we are here to educate ourselves. Don't allow, even when you are here in the Western culture, Western part, do not allow to give you a child at that tender age, because her body or the body of that child is still going through development. You are destroying that child, as the doctor has just explained it. I'm so glad that we have a doctor. I am just a nurse, but we had a doctor who came out and explained it in a very simple language. I hope that we shall take this serious and educate our people, and even take this to the ground, to the people of South Sudan, so that we can all understand and educate one another. I don't want to say it so much. I just want to thank Brother Edward and all our speakers today. Thank you so much, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to come live and share all this with your audience. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure actually to have you tonight in the show. And let us continue actually communicating, and let us also arrange for the next show. You will be one of the speakers, because it's actually the show يعني طويل، وانت كنت في الفيل، وكذلك زي دكتورة أكواد كلكم بتعرفوا الحاصل شنو في المجال ده. For really you are blessed, and it's a blessed day to all of us. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let us continue. I just text you message, so we have to continue and arrange for the next shows. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Charles, and those are coming. Jamana, I'm not going to bring anyone anymore. I'm seeing Simon and Hakim. Sorry, Jamana, because I'm working in the morning at 5 o'clock, and the time now is over 4 o'clock, and I suppose not to be here. I said we are going to continue the topic next week. Sure, Charles, let me give you 2 minutes only. Then next week you have to come early, because actually now we are over 4 hours. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brother Edward, and I hope this is a very sensitive case, and discussing it is sometimes very stressful. I was just going to that definition of sexual assault. That's why and you say without consent. In Canada, under I think Section 271, okay, and assault as Section 265. If you are that about sexual attack, you touch somebody without maybe permission, or you push. Sure. That's the problem. You grab.
Even you look at him.
It depends to the American way, but I'm just talking about Canadians' perspective. As a manato makan kalas Deborah de kan silo fisikin, because I'm like what jede. Musu? De manato kan silo fis.
Munu?
The nurse de.
Mumnu, no, you call it in of America, أنا give a definition. I brought it for CDC. The قانون بتاعهم. إذا كساكت كان أينت له ساكت. أينت له مرة بس أينت له زيادة. The sexual assault.
Like yes, but like without the consent. Without the consent, without permission.
Yes.
Asa, Edward, let me tell you to our people. Sorry, it is because you are going to work. Do you know how many South Sudanese become victims, Rojal, fi Bahrain? Mara take, fi Bela Lena fi South Sudan. Do you take permission le Mara Santa Binumo? Or le fi yom tani Mara Bura Barao? Or let bidege to Galita Lara?
You have to do that. Yes.
Mada assault.
No, I want my Shankida. This is the Hajat Nina God Nakshu. Mada Shankida, this mentality, this mindset. Inu Marada, Marabitagda, Ashander, no Mabos Tamshi, the Musuku, do the Hajar. Maitala, you have to discuss and agree with her, and we have to do it. Atolo Mara Bitagi to Muzauju. Mama Bichiluba. Ma, this is the problem of Charles.
Lisa single. You want to be
no, can I put Lisa single? I'm a Mara Bita. It's a problem. She. let me tell you this. And this is one of your problem. Inta والرجال كتير بتاع الجنوبين. لو انت قاعد تفتكر انه مرة ده بس جاو زي تمسكوا في يده زي واحد اكله جسا ولا مبارك. Listen to this. Let me tell you this. And those are watching video. واحد اكله جسا انه واحد مشى لمرة في فندق قال والله يا انا مستعجل ماشي اجتماع. Please just remove your clothes. مرة قال له what stupidity are you doing? شفت؟ So this is what I'm telling you. ما تفتكر نظام بتاع زمان بتاع بلدك مرة ده
ده مرة بتاع ولا ده كولو
ده مرة بتاع ده كولو انت يا شارلز انت listen كويس so انت يعني انت اسا انت بجد يعني we need to talk about this because واحد من المشاكل الموجود في الاسر بتاعنا يا شارلز one of the big problem in our families in this concern ده انا ده willing ده مشكلة ده حتى لو مرة بتاعك ما اسمعني يا شارلز حتى لو مرة بتاعك ما بتمسك ساكت لأنه ده ما حجر انت لازم تقعد تتونس معه and we have to do it tonight you have to agree local I'm not ready you have to accept that لو انت ذاتك قال لك أنا نعمل ده انت تقول له أنا I'm not ready that we have to accept that because there is no consent here
asma wasa kan mara geni leta ngayang kanu gidada der weledu so manata wa assault ita kaman musu sexual assault
exactly that is an assault what is happening be serious
mana jala ita be skate abu asho diara gele ita sambara mana to assault later
they insult yes
no that's totally wrong you need to divide assault can I give a discussion the one of the panel
okay we'll come next week
we need to divide it legally okay thank you very much
go and study actually I do 1 month I got negative gawaninda I have to study before I come to this show
it is very for us as when you divide the assault it's grabbing kicking punching solving, hitting, spitting, even can't explain them are assault in Canada, right? If you are charged with indictable offense, serious offense, you can go for 10 years in jail.
Like what we need to discuss is what الكلام ده برا هناك مع زول تاني معلش لكن مع مرة بتاعك طبعا will not take it in the assault. We will not take it like that.
It's assault.
No, listen.
Assault ما عنده بيت ولا ما عنده
no عنده بيت ما في فرق. No. Let
me tell you where.
No, listen. Umara bitak fil bet. Madamara bitak. Intazara to reach to devil bitada. Malaz yukun fi some activities, fi interaction, fi hajat kira muskira. The Amara bitak. So that one will not be considered assault. An assault the biji miten. Listen, how a rape the biji miten. Even you teach is that. And I know it when you rape your wife. Namati there it there that one.
I'm a rape. Don't say when you rape. I don't know.
No. I will tell you what is a rape. Well, listen.
Okay, just say rape. You say when you rape your wife. No, I don't.
Okay. You run away from it. Let me tell you this. Rape, you need to do sex with your wife without permission. She's not accepting that. And you
no rape is begua.
No, okay, go ahead. Rape there without consent. The rape zato. The rape I don't want it. And you are insisting with the term with the rape.
The rape, yes.
Yes.
The rape.
You are saying the rape.
Yes.
You.
But,
She's
but
you.
The thing is, Itakengal Besajan want to differ with you. Itakengal Marapetak Bukonfi definition to Barao. Sexual assault is the same. Whether Marapetak and Dugule Bolis Galizo go butan or Arimana Ted or go butan there Nikwana, then mana to the sexual assault.
Yes, and
they are rape. The rape. Okay, but that's where in the law when that's assault in Canada is you can be charged in what we call hybrid court. I mean not hybrid court. I could talk about hybrid. Hybrid. What does it mean? It either you will be charged with the indictable offense or summary conviction. That means you can go for 18 months in jail or you go for 10 years in jail. Whereby bigger kalamta mara de bijakengal no the culture tanna finish
mind your language next time. That's why I tell you speak in English because I just bita junubin gulu lo arabia da kida arian mabu gulu zeda because they are watching live video.
Yeah, so sexual assault that's why we say lo de mara fitak. Then that's where the judge jakelo ita kan kem lo yak bi belata na mara magi ma bora bara fi seri later bi go butu ita bi lijo su ya ted. Yeah, that's where you go for 18 months, right? Lozo da galita kule mujire muke gerekibu ba ashara sana. Anyway, brother, we need to define this serious.
That's why you need to take it seriously. That's why I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. You need to take it seriously. Maradela's into Anisu, you have to agree with her. And you'll be the
yes, even yesterday, Edward.
Yes.
Ma jere sa ma bigum ka tangul be goa.
Aywa.
Ma ita baro tabra fisikin.
Exactly.
That's why no Sunday give life be kidip ketir. That's why the kutu nas how many nas na fisikin. How many nas na homeless because of the total lie. They rajil fitat. Sometimes we need to take this serious, your brother.
And we need
because
education. That's why we are now
be fine ma jere be galat. Right? Ajere sa to kan mara sa to gura zere be turu ma hilo. Kanta ma dege chuo. Ita no, marara wala ke
they mind alaga be hilo wala ma hilo. They might right.
Come on, Edward, come on. In a Nasa village there, you need, right?
Okay, anyhow, Charles, mindset of village there, you need to change it. Tell them give me bellet. We to give America in or give Canada.
No, it's a be Goa. They marafitak.
Aywa. You have
our
to agree.
Culture.
You have
to take our culture also. Kelina, muscular sunu brother. People are misinformed.
Al primitive culture that we need to change it. It a jidine tek begin for dollar well developed. It a first world. We rules, we human right, we habitat mara. We bele dina al mara ina we bele te ge bio be grush. In the da maitan. Because actually we have to agree.
No so ande fita ni majibu magrush?
No so ambitara ke judu kulu bijibu grush. Kwais? Inte ba ite jibte be grush, ma bitama lo inta de kefet. But the give West in she have to agree. You know she need to do that.
Yeah. In the Nazato main in a refund as adini. In if you West, free refund. Like in Tana best kubu. Right? No refund.
Thank you. I mean, actually, this topic is very important, and we will continue. Actually, it's actually
bring me one of the panelists. Bring me as one of the. I will
bring one of the panelists. I will bring you because sometimes you good. You can go and search and bring the rule and regulation and this. And let's come and discuss. We need to discuss this, Charles, because we need to change. We need to change the way. Even there's some men, we need to change their mind, and also women. We need to change their mind. That's why
Kalam Gibel ta molesting Tayalde is taken seriously.
Yes, this is serious.
And Yaltana ta singles. What do you think you're expecting? Gurus mafi bibet, marama bag der stakal, yal bidor sambala, buranuf mahalatan, kawajad gamulomun sunu.
Exactly.
Let's be honest here.
Exactly.
This is the consequence of Cave Bet Berjilu Makalamat Besit as a national cabinet.
Yeah, you came late,
brother. Yeah,
this is a question I asked to Tereza and Sister Lily about the single mom and taking care of the kid without the father. I asked that question, but actually we are going to continue next week. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mata bulini, okay? Mata bulini.
No, they
don't
do it.
Brother.
Okay, I'm going to talk about that on Tuesday.
Please bring me.
Yeah, it will be in the morning. I'm going to talk about that. That behavior.
In the morning?
Yeah. No, but another NASA you to watch the show. I want them. How their ambassador behave outside. I want them to watch it.
We need Gordon Boy to resign. Period.
Exactly.
He need to resign. He tarnishes the image of South Sudan. Give him a fadia. Without even apology.
That is my point, Charles. Without giving apology to the people of South Sudan. They actually don't deserve to be ambassador. We're going to talk about that. You know,
that's why you know. Anyway, have a good night.
Good night. Good night. شكرا جزيلا شارلز. Let me actually خلونا نشكر كل الناس اللي داخلوا متحدثين مولانا تريزا سيستا تيزا سيستا ليلي وأيضا Fizzle guy is shooting Fina here, so I'm just blocking the guy. So, our sister Lily, wakazalik sister Deborah, wa Dictora Akwat, Simon, Charles Taili, wa Aizol Tani Sharek Mana في show خلينا أنا بشكركم ولو في زول أنا ما ذكرت اسم بتاعه أنا برضو بقول لك شكرا for coming. خلينا نشكر المشاهدين بتاعنا بتاع شو الليله from the beginning. القضيه اللي هنا قاعد نناقشه ده واحده من القضايا المهمه جدا في المجتمع بتاعنا هنا كجنوبيين، في المجتمعات بتاعنا في جنوب السودان، وفي المجتمع بتاعنا في الخارج او في الويست، في امريكا، في كندا، في استراليا، في يوروب. ده واحد من المشاكل اللي قاعد يواجه ابناء بتاع جنوب السودان. مشاكل بتاع الاغتصاب والمشاكل بتاع التحرش الجنسي واحد من المشاكل اللي قاعد يواجهنا في المجتمعات حقنا. So we need to correct this. That's why لان هنا جبنا القضايا ده فوق and we will discuss this. في حاجات كتير we need to discuss this because there in South Sudan people thought they think it is a taboo, but it's not a taboo. The حاجات already the behavior بتاع الناس and it's a culture, but that is not a good culture. This is a bad part of our culture. لو في قبيلة عنده culture زي ده they need to start removing that part now because actually البارت ده ما بيشتغل مع قوانين بتاع United Nations، مع قوانين بتاع Human Rights، مع قوانين بتاع يونسكو، ما شغال. ده حاجات جاوز عليه الزمن من زمان، حاجات ما نافع. ده useless part of the cultures. إذا في جنوب السودان في قبيلة عنده جزء من الكالتشر ده this is a useless culture and need to be removed immediately. And that's why اللي قاعد نتكلم we need to change the government of South Sudan. This useless government in South Sudan, it needs to be removed. The whereby we brought the government in the place, that government يمشي بيعمل القوانين، قانون بتاع الطفل، قانون بتاع المرأة، قانون بتاع حقوق الإنسان، كل القوانين اللي بيعملوه. Salva Kiir because they are practicing this and they are doing it, that's why ما قاعد يعملوا قانون. Anyhow, we are going to continue inshallah show الجاي برضو في the next weeks, and also next week عندنا 2 shows. عندنا show on Monday، عندنا show on Tuesday. We'll continue الشو بتاعنا المرة اللي فاتت مع ين ماسيو، Ambassador إيمانويل جاوين ودينجي دايوك. شكرا لكم. الشو بتاع Tuesday I'm going to discuss the issue of Nile again. So شكرا لكم، ربنا يبارك فيكم، وإن شاء الله أننا بنلتقي أسبوع جاي. Good night and God bless South Sudan.